Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ on April 20, 2011, and it's 10:32 p.m. Birmingham, Alabama. I apologize. I had this up last night, and I don't know where it went, so I'm going to redo it, and I don't quite know where I left off, but I'll pick up part 2 of Satan's long fall. Alright, I'll pick up, and I was discussing or talking about the DNA of Satan and had infected almost all people on earth during the time prior to the flood. Off the earth as well. Remember that. On and off the earth. I know that's a bold statement, but it's true. And I'll explain. Fallen angels mated with women on earth. That begat the Nephilim. Well, it didn't stop there. Now I say this because what about the offspring of the Nephilim? We don't know about these. And there were offspring. And what about what they may have created? Meaning cross-mating in a lab, just as we do today, behind closed doors. And scientists make no beans about it that they are trying to crossbreed or mix human DNA and animal DNA to see what they come up with. Well, they're doing the same thing. The Nephilim, the Satan, they do the same thing, and they're so far in advance as we are, more in advance. So we don't know what they have. Just no way to tell. But I will say there are many different kinds of what we call aliens, but they're really fallen angels that have mated, and there's no telling what they have come up with. So that's up in the air. So why did God allow Satan to go through the entire process of revolting, which had many steps, just like in a play out all the process of going against God? God did know about God. Let me see. God did know, and God did allow, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, spiritual wickedness in high places, which was the lower demons, and Jesus frequently overthrew them, casting them out. And in general, they were afraid of Jesus. Well, they were all afraid of Jesus, and they had to obey. Jesus, get out, they got out. In fact, he disempowered many of them. Why did the Lord allow Satan to disobey? Because Jesus could show his grace on all men. A God who controls and destroys his competition and will not allow him to live. All people, all heaven, had to see what sin was, and it was very evil. When Jesus returns, sin will be cast into hell with Satan forever. No more sin. Prophecy around Satan. This is important. Christians hold Satan as the mastermind of all evil. Different cultures believe in Satan's fall in different ways. A very large number of angels fell with Satan. And the number 200 that came and mated with women, I don't know where that number came from. It is in the Bible, though, but that number could be higher. The initial fall was 200. Satan was called the anointed cherub that covered. He was the light bearer. Lucifer broke the moral code of God. Even after Satan's fall, he still outranked Michael the archangel. And when Michael rebuked Satan in the name of the Lord, Satan had to obey. This was the only way Michael could overrule and Satan, as both of them fought over the body of Moses. And that's not clear to me why They fought over the body of Moses. Why would Satan want it? But anyway, so why did God allow Satan to retain his position after the fall? He still had access to all of God's creations. Satan, before his fall, was second only to God. He was perfect in every way until he fell. Greed. People greed. Satan frequently attacked Jesus by temptation, and this is most likely Satan did not really believe that Jesus was the Son of God, God in the flesh. He didn't believe it. We know that cherubs, I know I'm saying this word wrong, but you know what I mean, are divine executives at the throne of God. There used to be 5, but now there are 4. One was Satan. He's out. They're called watchers, God's watchers. And God rides on the back of these cherubs everywhere he goes. No explanation of this. We know that God can go anywhere, any way he wants to. Isaiah 10, verse 1, Behold, the Lord rideth a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. The cloud must be a cherub. A cherub. We see it as a cloud, but Jesus is on the back of the cherub. So at the resurrection, the cloud received him again. It was not a cloud. Satan took a huge step down when he thought he could be like God. Many questions there, and it'll be a while before we know the answers. So why did God allow Satan to continue? These battles are not against flesh and blood again, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of the world, against spiritual wickedness in high places and in heavenly places. The powers are against principalities, the world rulers, which today you'll see that in the world rulers. They have this Satan power. This is why we are slowly being controlled all over earth, and the fact that this country is going to hell in a handbasket proves it. The powers are against principalities, the world rulers. They empower them. The powers of today are of fallen angels, demons, who just might be in battle anywhere on earth at any time. Money control and mind control are in full operation today. The good angels in heaven was allowed to see sin that they had not known, or rebellion of jealousy, greed, and anarchy through the ranks of those who fell. 2/3 of the good angels remain and are watching the struggles here on earth that we go through. They watched with intense curiosity, and they see the weight of sin and what it can do. Will sin end? Will it come to an end? Yes, it will. The 1,000-year reign of Christ. Satan cannot draw man into contempt during that time. Has earth been recreated before? In Satan's fall, there's a good chance God recreated part of the cosmos because of Satan's contamination, and it was repaired for humans. Otherwise would be unfit, meaning we couldn't get, no way to go to the moon or Mars or anything else. But there's a lot out there, and we have a very evil, wicked floating around, and we need to be protected. And the blood of Christ is your protection. Claim it. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.